Hi guys, welcome to another episode of NoriegaRekos. Are you in the market for a new home or a new condo? Are you thinking which bank should you take a loan or should you course it through Pag-ibig? Are you thinking what are the things that you need to consider? If one or all of those questions are on your mind, check this video out. So my friend recently asked me, where should they take out a loan from? Is it good to take out a loan from Pag-ibig or get it through a bank? He's been watching my videos for the past couple of weeks and he thought I might have some ideas in terms of where to get the best loan for a new condominium. So this house that we have right now, we took a loan in 2013. We considered different banks. We looked at Pag-ibig, BDO, China Bank, HSBC, BPI, and we settled with China Bank because they were able to give us the lowest rate. Back then, Pag-ibig was more expensive than the banks. Rates were ranging from low double digits to high double digits depending on the loan term that you were going to get. So my initial reaction was go for a bank since Pag-ibig gives you a longer term duration for the loan. However, they give you a higher interest rate. However, to my surprise, after checking out the different banks, I found out that Pag-ibig rates are actually not that bad and are very competitive versus what the banks are offering right now. So I compiled here the different rates that the different banks are offering depending on the repricing years from 1 to 30 years. And I've highlighted here the bank that offers the lowest interest rates for that particular repricing year in green. So as you can see, for the years 1 to 5, currently, Metro Bank offers the lowest rates available in the market compared to BPI, BDO, Security Bank, Robinsons, and even Pag-ibig. However, if you go and look at the longer term repricing years, Pag-ibig is now more affordable or has a lower interest rates versus the other banks. Just for reference, the 10-year rate right now is just around 7%. But when we took out the loan for our house, the 5-year repricing rate was at 6.88. So that 6.88 rate is almost the same as Security Bank and Robinsons, but is now lower than what BPI and BDO are offering. Looking at this table, if you're looking at a 1 to 5 years repricing, it's advisable to do it with Metro Bank. And if you're looking at it for a longer term, Pag-ibig gives you the best rate in the market. However, if you ask yourself, should you be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10-year repricing? What's the best way to do this? Just to watch out before choosing a repricing year, because choosing a lower repricing year gives you exposure to volatility in interest rates. That means this year, Metro Bank can offer you 5.5% for 1 year repricing. But after 1 year, that 5.5% can suddenly become 6.25 or even higher. So from my experience, after the 5-year 6.88% rate that I got, they renewed me at 7.5, but I was able to negotiate back down to 6.88 for a 1-year repricing again. However, the following year, they gave me 7% interest rates. So if you're able to lock in the lower interest rates for a longer period of time, I suggest that you take it, as the difference in interest rates will actually range to about a couple of hundred peso difference between a 6.25% rate and a 5.5% rate. So what are the other things that you need to consider? One thing that I realized is I should choose a bank that is in close proximity to where I am. So for my particular situation, when we chose China Bank Savings, luckily there was a China Bank Savings branch in McKinley Hill near where I work. So I'm able to go there easily if I need to give a new set of checks. And even if I have any questions or transactions that I need to do with them. Ideally, you choose a bank where you'll be able to transact easily so that it saves you time in the future. Also, you may consider checking with your home bank where you have your savings or deposit accounts with, because they might be able to offer you a better rate than what is the currently published rates on the website. So again, just a note, these are all published rates and you can negotiate with your bank, especially if you have good standing with them, for a lower rate. Lastly, I want to talk about the loan term. So I talked about repricing earlier, which is basically how many years your interest rates will be good for. So again, you want to choose a relatively longer term than a shorter term so that you're able to lock in the interest rates and the price for your home loan. Now, the loan term is how long you'll need to pay your entire principal or loan amount. So, of course, the longer the term, the easier the monthly payments are going to be. I suggest you compute how much you can pay off as amortization on a monthly basis and factor in increases or promotions that you may have in the future so that you can choose the best repricing and loan term for you. So what we did was we took the 5-year repricing but a 10-year loan term. So we're actually 2 years away to finish paying off our house in 2023. What we did though was, since we were able to lock in the 5-year repricing interest rate, or we paid lump sum every year so that we're able to lower the interest payments that we do on a monthly basis. So this is something that you want to do if you're taking out a loan. What would happen is your monthly payments can be high at the start. However, if you do a lump sum once a year, for example, when you get your 13th month or you get a bonus, that lump sum payment will directly go to the principal, and that will help lower down your monthly amortization rate. So for us, we were able to reduce our amortization rate by 50% by doing this over time. That would give you extra cash flow on a monthly basis that you can put back into buying another unit or saving up again for more lump sum in the future. If you save all the extra cash flow that you have, you'll be able to pay off your home loan earlier. Just a note that you need to check what is the cost of early termination for your home loan, because that can range from 3 to 5% of the current value. So something to consider, but it still would be better off versus paying the interest rates that you are paying on a monthly basis. I hope I helped clarify some questions that you may have in your mind. So again, currently, Metrobank offers the lowest interest rates in the market right now, at least based on their published rates among the banks that I surveyed. If you're looking at the 10-year term or longer of repricing, then Pag-ibig is the way to go. Also, I saw in their website that for minimum wage earners, the 1-year repricing rate that they have is only at 3%. So that's also something to consider and review if you're actually qualified to take advantage of that very, very low rate. Next, consider your bank of choice. So the closer to you, the better. And then the loan term will depend on how much you can pay on a monthly basis. So if you learned something from this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel so that you're able to see our future videos. Don't forget to share this with your friends who are currently considering buying a house or a condominium. So thank you and have a great day.